What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Saiffers BPat podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the May 19th matchups in Parma, Belgrado, ATP Geneva, ATP Lyon. We're going to be going through, giving our analysis, plays, picks, all that type of stuff. But yeah, pass it over to Saif real quick. We'll get started with the ladies and we'll jump right into it.
All right, man. I'm not gonna spend no time talking about what happened today. Definitely, I'm forward looking at the moment. Hope you're doing good. Hope everyone's doing good. Um, let's get into it. WTA Belgrade. Um, First game on the board is the winner of this tournament. I mean, she is gonna win this. I don't know why she's playing today though, because she already won it. Putintseva versus Konya. Um, I'm kind of surprised about how fat the spread is and relative to the money line. Because at least on my book, it's the money line's 155, so I expected like a much smaller spread, but the spread's minus 2.5, which is kind of weird, I think. Usually like a minus 155 money line, like you expect like a minus 1.5 at most, maybe minus two, maybe minus one. But anyway, Putin Seva here is a move for me. Konya was trying so hard to lose today. I had her in two sets. Um, she played one set essentially. She played the first set, 1-6-2, and then did Konya things. And usually the problem with Konya is usually the first set. She usually gives up that first set, and then reverse sweeps. Wins the next two sets. Um, but I don't know what's good with her. Excuse me. She can't seem to play a full game of high level tennis or a full match of high level tennis. Um, and Putintseva got a really good win against Kaya Juvan. She put in a good performance against Coco Gauff. All very encouraging stuff. Um, and I don't see Konya stopping her tomorrow, honestly. Putintseva last year on clay, once she won a couple games, oof, man, she was good. She was really good. She's like one of them players. Like they get hot, they win everything, and then they lose once, they lose twice, and then that's it. They're gone. They're cold. Like she's kind of like that. I guess someone in the ATP that's like that is Hubie Hurkacz. He'll win a title, look fantastic, and disappear for months. But yeah, that's what I'm on.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Putin as well. When I sent you on my initial like kind of leans, I was looking at the over, which I still think has the potential to hit, but I have Putin at -2 in my book, and it's still currently sitting at -2, -120. I snagged it at -2, -115, I believe. But yeah, I'm rocking with her as well. I think even if this goes to 3 sets, she gets the job done in the end. Like you said, Konya, she likes to give up that first set, and I think if she does that against Putintseva, she's gonna be dead in the water. She doesn't really hang around that well when she gets down. Um, Talking about Konya, obviously the only concern would be Putintseva likes to give up a set here and there to players that she should be straight setting. But I think the sets that she does win, and I think she'll end up winning the match. I think she'll have at least one like solid set where she wins like a 6-3, 6-2, 6-1, something like that. And I think that'll be enough to just cover the spread. I think if Konya pulls a set, it's gonna be like a 7-5 or like a tie break or something like that. I don't see Konya really taking a dominant set away from Putintseva. But yeah, I'm rocking the same side.
Yeah, fair enough. Can't go wrong with either her money line. But I mean, for that price, might as well go with the spread. Which, like you said, I don't see Konya covering that number. So, yeah, here we go, Julio. Um, Next up is Buska and Sasnovich. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this. If there's something you like, you can go
Um,
ahead.
Nah, not really. There's really nothing that jumps out. The only thing I would look at is like maybe Buxa. I'd want to see where she ends up. In terms of like she had a pretty solid performance against Kovinic. Actually, came back and covered my Kovinic under 12.5 games, which was absolutely crazy. Um, as she had 10 games going into the third set, and then she breadsticked her. So I mean, I'm interested to see how she performs here as a dog again. So I mean, no plays, but I think it'll be an interesting one to just at least see the score for. But yeah, that's it. I don't really want to talk too much about it.
Yeah, I kind of like her to win a set. I mean, it's minus 135. If I had to play anything, it would be that. Um, Kind of a shitty price, but I think she could win a set, most likely. I mean, she might win this game. Sasnovich ain't all that.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. Ayla Tomjanovic versus Rebecca Peterson. Um, this is a good game. Both of these chicks won yesterday. Peterson lost the first set 7-5 against Stojanovic and then won 6-1, 6-love. Um, so which is kind of nuts. I mean, you lose the first set and then you win the next 12 you win 12 out of the next 13 games, which I like to see. I was on her money line. I liked what I saw. I kind of gave up on it early in the first set where she couldn't hold for shit and couldn't find a first serve. Um, Tomjanovic as well, not overly impressive against Jodovic, even though she did cash your under 19 and a half. Um,
What a
I
gift.
think I think this will be close. This will be a lot of back and forth. I feel like at some point, one of these girls are gonna go really cold, and the other's gonna capitalize, and then later on, vice versa. Shit like that. Uh,
Hmm.
potentially see three sets.
Yeah, I so you're leaning the over. My initial thoughts were actually the under. And with that, I was mainly looking at their past history in matches. Tomjanovic kind of owns Peterson, as well as Tomjanovic, as I said in the last, or I guess not in the last, yeah, it was in the last podcast that we uploaded because that match got delayed. Tomjanovic tends to like dominate the lesser opponents. She wins a lot of sets, 6-2, 6-1. Today it was really tight, and I got kind of blessed with Jorovic dropping two double faults in her last service game. But I mean, I think there's potential for this to go under. If straight sets was of decent value, I might take that, which obviously goes against what you were thinking. I kind of backed off whenever you told me you were kind of looking at the over, just because I didn't feel like cracking the safe again. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stay away from this one. But honestly, if I was gonna take it, I would crack the safe and go under, but not for me today. Yeah.
Tomjanovic in straight sets is even money. Um, and
She.
Peterson to win a set is minus 125. Um,
I would probably sprinkle a 2-0 for Tomjanovic if I had that on my book, but that would have been a maybe even if I had that option.
what if I told you Peterson wins this game?
I think you're crazy.
Oh man, we'll see. I think she's a live dog. Plus 190.
I mean, after what she did today, there's definitely potential for that. She looked very impressive after that first set.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she did. She really did. And she was playing against the number one Serbian player in the world, and
In Serbia.
they're like right in Serbia. So like, she must be feeling good about herself. Um, and yeah, I caught the last couple games of the Tomjanovic match, and was able to hear her speak in her post-match interview, like on court. And she was complaining about the wind, saying how she doesn't like the conditions. Called it a difficult environment, blah blah blah. I don't know if that's like just excuses for kind of struggling at times against a no name. I mean Jorovic. But I don't know. I don't think it'll be as easy as you think for our girl Isla.
Yeah, I'll be tuning in, but no place here for me.
Fair, 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 fair. All right. Next up in Belgrado, MCOS versus Rahimova. Um, MCOS is Maria Camila Osorio Serrano. Yeah, I know you had heavy leans on Rakhimova yesterday.
I
Um,
didn't play it. You kind of honestly, you kind of deterred me when you said you were not a fan of this match. Um, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. But
yeah, I mean,
she did put some
I
work in.
don't, I just didn't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, I mean, that is an impressive win for sure. It was definitely another case of um the home Serbian chick being overvalued for sure. So you was definitely onto something. I know, and I don't know. I think now it's the opposite since she pulled off a pretty impressive win. I think we're seeing some value on the other side where MCOS did looked like she was about to lose last match. She didn't play well at all. In all honesty, against someone that isn't very good. Uh, but yeah, I'm just taking this for the value mostly. MCOS far better than Rakhimova, and I think she will be feeling blessed after winning last match and being here today and still competing. So I think she's gonna you know no fucking around, no complacency. Just getting to work and beating the inferior opponent.
Yeah. I think MCOS will definitely win this. But with that being said, I think that Rakimova will definitely put up a fight. I think I would potentially lean the over here personally. I think Rakimova has less. She's got more to lose or less to lose. Why do I always say that wrong? She has nothing to lose, and MCOS is, like you said, coming off a match where she just really wasn't too spectacular. She almost lost to Zhang, who's not really that great of a player, and she's been kind of back and forth. But I don't see her getting a dominant win against Rakimova, who's like trending upwards for sure, and has the potential to maybe pull an upset here. But I think the over might be a play. I think we could see 3 sets.
Yeah,
I'm not
quite
playing it.
possibly.
I'm not playing it, but that's
No, I know
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just for discussion's sake, but I'm with you. Yeah, I'm sort of neutral about. I really haven't looked into it or thought about other aspects of this match. I just know that MCOS should not be minus 130 here. So
Yeah.
I'm playing it.
Okay.
Uh, better player for a bit of a bargain. I'll definitely take that.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean she's 11-1 on clay, and whether it goes to 3 sets or not, I think she probably will get the job done. I didn't realize that's where the line was at, so honestly, I might even do a little sprinkle.
yeah, I mean that's a steal. No, minus 130.
Yeah, I like that actually. I might play it. We'll see though.
They sleep in. They anyways. So Ludmila Samsonova versus I guess your girlfriend Petra Martic. Um, what are you saying?
Martic baby all day. Um, yeah. So I'm actually playing Martic here. Wait, you're talking about Parma now. We're talking about Belgrado.
I am.
Yeah,
Oh, what the fuck is good with me? All right. Really? Wow. Sorry. Um,
you're good.
damn. Okay.
What we got?
Belgrado, right? Yanni versus Kalinskaya. I'm not one to tell you I told you so. But I told you so, man. I told you that Kalinskaya don't sleep. She was definitely being underestimated and Mladenovic overestimated. But for some reason, I played the over like an idiot. I don't know why though. Um, but I was definitely confident that Kalinskaya would be in this contest. But turns out Mladenovic is the one that wasn't. Um,
Yep.
very
I
impressive win against Christina.
After our talks yesterday, I
Um,
pulled Mladenovic for my potential plays. She never really made my card, but it was a potential thought in my mind. But I'm happy I pulled it, and I'm happy we talked about that because you were high on Kalinskaya and you were right. So, but yeah, continue.
yeah, I was right, but I lost money gladly. Anyways, um, yeah, interesting to see what she goes on. I'm not gonna play this game because it's kind of sus. Kalinskaya is minus
Definitely.
four. but I don't, um, I don't see her losing this game at all. So, um,
Definitely a fade for me though too.
yeah,
I
let's
feel you. Let's move on.
yeah, 100%. All right, Tomova versus the quirkiest bitch on tour, Leila Annie Fernandez. Um, you know what, man? +5 is a lot of games. Or I guess five is a lot of games. Um, and Leila Fernandez should never really be laying 5 games, man. I don't care. Maybe they think she's back. Um, she was having a decent year. This year she won a title this year. Fernandez. Um, on clay, she's been jack shit. Um, but I guess um beating Herzog is a big deal. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. Tomova did get a lucky loser spot. She lost to Konyo in qualies. Um, and then she beat some no name that Pavlyuchenkova was meant to play.
She was a
But
six and a
Pavlyuchenkova
half
withdrew.
game favorite against that no name, which is
Yeah, I
crazy.
know.
Going from that to being a 5 game dog, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean Pavlyuchenkova is not a world beater by any means, and she was -7.5.
Yeah.
So I think it's more about her opponent than who she's facing, I guess. But yeah, Tomova +5, man. I think it's a bit of a no-brainer, honestly.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'm a fade here personally, but I definitely see the value there. Like you said, Fernandez being able to lay that many games would just be. It just doesn't seem like it's really gonna happen. She hasn't done that in only in the Herzog match. She did against Zhang and Charleston, but other than that, she's just been very subpar. I mean, she beat Golubic and Monterrey. But yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything here that would really justify that many games in the spread. So yeah, if I were to play it, I would go uh Tomova +5, but I think I'm still gonna fade it regardless.
I'm low-key a closet Tomova fan.
Nothing wrong
When
with
they
that.
played in Dubai early, when they played in Dubai earlier this year, she got a lucky loser spot at like 10:30 p.m. Local time against Elise Mertens. If I remember correctly, she won the first set, and she like came out like swinging, against Elise Mertens on clay. I have never heard of Timova until I saw her. Like I was like, oh man, this sucks. We're about to see such a shitty game. I don't even remember who Mertens was supposed to play, but I was pretty annoyed that it was Timova now. But no, man, Timova played. I liked what I saw, honestly, and I mean, she has been pretty shitty. I mean, I think she's bang on average. Sort of inconsistent. Middle of the pack for sure, but I think Leila Fernandez is sort of in that bracket as well. And just 5 games is a lot, like we said. So yeah. Let's go Tomova.
All right, let's move on to Parma. Now I don't have the order of play
All
listed,
right,
so right in front of me. So you're gonna have to kick us off here.
all right. First game on the board is Fritzem versus Caro Garcia. Um, I would not like to spend any time talking about this game.
Me neither. Yeah, let's just move on.
And same with the other game, which is Shang Wang versus De Giuseppe.
Same. Yep. Skip it.
All right, all right, here we go. Third game on the board, SST, my love versus Sara Irani. Um, Now I don't know what's good with Sara Irani because like she played well yesterday against Anna Bogdan, which kind of surprised me. Um, Sara Irani's like super old school, kind of quirky, definitely washed. I bet this game in the first WTA event on clay this season, I guess a month ago or so. I don't know where it was. I bet the over, and Irani actually won in straight 7-5, 7-5. Hit 24 games. Was Bogota. Um, and I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna play the over again. Their matchups, this matchup, bro, like they are the same player. SST and Sara Irani are literally cut from the same cloth. They have the exact same game style. Return, play defense. Like, so like each know like they know how to play you know what I mean? Like you know how to play against yourself almost, because
Yeah.
like you know what they're doing, in a way. So even though SST is far superior, I think it'll be close. I mean, Irani did beat her. Last two, yo, she's 4-0 against her.
Yep. All in
She's
straights,
4-0
or not
against
all in
her.
straights. The first time was 3, but yeah,
Wow, she's 4-0 against her. All right, SST. Yeah, I don't think she'll be happy about that. No.
she'll
Um,
probably come out with a little bit of fire and
no,
try to rewrite that.
yeah, yeah, no. This is I mean, having looked at the head to head, you think it's a stylistic. The matchup is a nightmare for SST. It's actually not. I think they're just the same player, so like it makes it even. So like SST's higher quality kind of goes out the window, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sort of levels the playing field. Um, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me the over.
All right. Now, from my perspective, I initially was looking at SST, uh, with the games, but as I looked into it, I saw the head to head, like you said, 4-0, in Irani's favor, and that kind of deterred me. Also, either of these girls, SST had a really impressive win against Pera, but other than that, she's faced some pretty tough opponents, but she hasn't really done anything on clay at all. She's 2-3. Um, Her only other win was against Georgie, in 3 sets that almost maxed out with 3 tiebreaks. The last set ended in a 7-5 though. Um, I just I don't know if I can. I mean, I think that is a good sign for the over. She in Miami, every single match that she played went to 3 sets. Um, she only has one. I mean, yeah, I like the over too, but like the more I kind of like looked into the matchup, it's kind of a fade for me. I just think there's a lot of uncertainty. But if I was on it, I'd probably take. I would maybe like maybe Irani +4. I don't know. That's why I'm fading because there's just nothing that really jumps out to me. Yeah, I could sit here and I could
Yeah,
justify
no.
the +4, but I could also sit here and be like, wow, SST could like potentially be on the beginning of a heater. So I mean, yeah, there's too much for this, too much of this for me. So I'm just gonna dodge this one.
Yeah, that might turn out to be a good call. Honestly, both of these chicks are very unpredictable, but um, familiar with one another and both definitely capable and comfortable on clay. So yeah, should be a good one.
Yeah,
Definitely gonna be a long, 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 long match, long rallies and shit.
yeah,
Because all these girls do is play defense. None of them try and hit winners or gain the upper hand or nothing. So
yeah.
yeah. Moving on in Parma. Now we get to your girlfriend, Ludmila Samsonova versus Petra Martic. So you guys fucking or what? Or
Not yet.
not
I mean,
really taking
she
it
hasn't
slow?
really. She's we're taking it slow, okay. But yeah,
Okay, fair, fair.
Martic. So I don't. You can't really be like that about it because the thing was, I faded Martic, 2 matches ago, and I hopped on her in this last match because I liked what I saw. She beat Pagula, in straights, which was really impressive to me. She made a pretty fantastic run in Rome. Um, and I just think she's kind of found her game a little bit. She's kind of turned around the really really poor streak that she started off with coming into Rome. Um, and I think she's found her game. Like I said in the last podcast, she's had a coach she has a new coach that just like obviously has changed her game, and like you could tell during the match she was kind of like looking to her, and like they were kind of feeding off of each other, and I like that type of play. It seems like a healthy like coach player relationship, and she seems like she's really on the right track. She absolutely dominated. Covered the, what was it, -4.5 today? I think so, or -4 maybe. I don't remember, but she,
Yeah, it was a -4. She
yeah,
she covered it with ease.
yeah,
Yes.
she won by 6, super easily. I wish she would have. I always love when they win by a lot in the first set. And then they kind of like Anisimova today with the 6-2 because it takes a lot of stress off the second set. But I mean, she finished this one up 6-2 after 6-4. But yeah, I just think she's the much better player here. Samsonova just can't seem to get anything going. She's gotten absolutely obliterated by players better than her. She won a set off of Goff, but then Goff breadsticked her and then won 6-4. And Goff is known for giving up sets to bums. She also lost to Pigato, which I think was like she's like ranked number 500 or something like that. She lost in 3 sets to her in qualifiers. She's a lucky loser in this tournament. She did have an impressive showing coming out, winning 6-2, 6-2 in the first, but she played a pretty poor opponent. So I'm going to take Martic here, minus 3.5. I think it's super solid value. I got it at minus 120, I believe. I think it's sitting at minus 140 now for the minus 3.5. I think I got a good line here. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't. I really can't disagree with why you would play her. I don't know, man. I'm just scared. I'm really scared. I don't know. I wish you the best of luck. I don't really have much to say. I'm quite neutral. Um, I wouldn't take the other side, but it's not something I would play either.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
I
fair.
don't
I
know.
mean, I understand. She
The
started off the year so poorly that it's like, wow, like when is she gonna just like go back into that mode and kind of regress?
Yeah, bro, and I say this all the time, bro. It's like, what's the saying? Like beating a dead horse or something. But this lucky loser angle coming out, nothing to lose. Uh, that's what I'm doing with Tamova. Our girl Ludmilla here might, be like, fuck it, let's play tennis and, fuck around and win or something. But no, no, no. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
Good luck to you. And no, man, I would love to see Martic win for real. She's great. She deserves it. Um,
yeah. I just love the value
oh,
in that it's minus 3.5, a 6-4. Like if she went 6-3 in the first set off of just like a single break, then I'd feel super comfortable going into the second set. And I think she'll 2-0 her with ease. If we see a tiebreak, then I'll be kind of worried, but I think I'm comfortable with the minus 3.5. If it were minus 4.5, I wouldn't take it. Somebody asked us in the Discord about it. Just that seems a little sketchy. So yeah, minus 3.5. I would recommend. Anything above that, probably not so much or not as confident. Maybe a minus 4 because it's essentially the same thing. But yeah, we can go ahead and move on from my wifey.
yeah. One last thing though, fair enough. You definitely got the better side of that -4. So yeah, best of luck to you and
Thank you,
Petra.
sir.
All
Thank you,
right,
sir.
last game in Parma. Coco Golf versus Camilla Giorgi. Here we go. Same exact line as Siniakova versus Serena Williams today, and we know what happened. Siniakova won in straights. I mean, first set was close, 7-6, and then 6-2 in the second, I think. Um, and this is the same line. +5, -5, and over under 20. I'm gonna play over 20 and +5. I think Goff, you know, I don't think she'll cover this number. I mean, I don't think she lose like Serena did, but let's go Georgie.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely playing better now. Um, now that she's at home. And Goff a little bit of regression since Rome. So yeah, I'm gonna rock with this. What do you think?
Your games and you're also taking the money line as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. Or no?
Yeah, games +5 and over 20, and
And
I'm
over.
and sprinkling the money line on the side, and I have a underdog parlay which I'll talk about later.
All right. Well, for me, this is kind of another one that I'm looking at fading. The reason I have all these fades is because this slate is just kind of womp womp compared to what we've seen in the past few weeks. Just not a lot of like consistency from a lot of these players. Not a lot of bangers. Um, but I do like the over here as well. Like I said just a minute ago when I was speaking about golf, she tends to just give up sets here and there to opponents that really have no business doing so. And like we saw against Kanepi, I mean, 2 tie breaks. I mean, that had the potential of hitting the under. Golf was completely in control. Or actually, I don't know what the line was, but it had the potential to be a lot like I can't even speak right now. I'm tired, but it should have been a blowout, and it wasn't. And golf in typical fashion just couldn't really close it out. And I think there is potential here for Georgie to at least snag a set or at least keep things close, maybe see a tiebreak or something like that. And with the line at 20, I think that's a tiebreak is more than enough to cover that. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. I think I'll probably end up fading this one.
Yeah, fair enough. I think the over under was 20 and a half, or 21. So I think it would have went over anyway because of the first set tiebreak, but I definitely see what you're saying. It could have been a lot more lopsided in the box score than
Yeah.
it ended up with. Um, but yeah, Coco Golf sucks. Nothing really
All
else
right,
to say.
let's move on to the
All right,
ATP. We got a lot better matchups, in my opinion, to be honest. So, where are we kicking
I
off with?
totally agree.
Lyon or Geneva? Where
I
are we going
totally
first?
agree. Let's go to Geneva.
All right.
All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna just jump into the nice matchups. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Unless you want to talk about Kofor and Lopez.
Nope. No business talking about that.
Casper Ruud versus Tenny Sandgren.
Uh, no shot.
Cazo versus Pablo Cuevas.
I
I'm gonna
know.
say yes.
Yeah, I know you want to chit chat about this one. So go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, okay. So Pablo Cuevas ain't all that. He beat Opelka yesterday, which I mean, for someone who hasn't really played and hasn't, uh, really hit the ground running this season, like Cuevas, to beat Opelka, who was in, who had a pretty fine tournament in Rome. Um, what I'm trying to say here is that Cuevas, like he isn't good. He's not playing frequent tennis. I don't think he's about to break off and have a crazy run here in Geneva. Having said that, Cazot was super super impressive versus Manarino in the first round. He played really well. Really really entertaining to watch. Um, as an underdog, like I feel like he definitely has nothing to lose. Might pull off an upset, but I'm gonna take the games.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I get exactly what you're saying about Cuevas. Cuevas? Is that right? Hello?
Cuevas.
Cuevas. Um, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, because Opelka had a little bit of a run previously, they might be kind of like giving Cuevas a little more credit than is due because Opelka really isn't all that. Kazo, he definitely showed out against Manarino. Manarino. He did slip up losing the tiebreak in the second set, but he kept his composure, kept his cool, and against like a pretty like an okay player, a player that should have beat him. He won 6-3 in the third set. And the more I'm looking at this, the more I kind of like the over here. My first instinct was to look at Cuevas -3, but then like the more I looked into it and like I heard you talking about Kazo and stuff, um, I definitely backtracked from that. I mean, Cuevas has gotten dominated by he got straight setted by Nishioka, straight setted by Nori, straight setted by Rude, straight and just he's just super unimpressive this year. And I think there's some value here with Kazo, and I think potentially an overplay might be here. I don't think Kazo will straight set him in dominant fashion like those other matchups, but I think that we could see like a tiebreak win by Kazo or like a 6-4, 7-5, something like that. And then I think we'll see two close sets. Kazo will win in two, or we'll see a third and Kazo will take it home in three, maybe.
Yeah, fair enough. I believe I'm rocking with the +3. Not going money line, not going over. Because I feel like +3 should be good, even if it does go over or into a third set or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go Kazoo. I'm gonna definitely try and watch this game if there aren't more intriguing matchups going on at the same time. But Yeah, should be good. I love a little Cinderella
Hey, he
story for
plays at the
sure.
same time as Martic. Okay, relax.
Oh, really? Haha.
it's
Well, yeah.
it's like 10 minutes off,
I,
but
I think Musetti might be on. Oh, Sinner might be on.
nah, Sinner's
Oh,
earlier. Sinner's
Putintseva.
earlier.
Oh, okay. Putintseva. Oh, maybe not.
We'll
We'll
figure it out.
see. We'll see. We'll see.
You can pull up multiple streams. All right, what we got next though?
Yeah. What we got next? All right. Fognini
Yes,
versus Jer.
sir. Okay, I'm gonna kick us off here because I have a very unpopular opinion as far as the way this match is gonna turn out. So Safe, as some of you guys may know, is a complete fade Fognini every single match, no matter what. But I'm going Fognini money line here. I think he's the better player here. I think Gier is just god awful. Um, let me pull up some of these stats for you real quick. Gier actually has a positive record on clay. He had one good run in Cagliari, if I said that correctly. Which was kind of strange how he went from that to being just straight garbage. He beat Musetti. He beat Basel 6-2,
He
6-0.
reached the final, right?
Yeah, lost to Sonego in 3 sets in the final. After being up a set 6-2 he won the first set 6-2 and then lost. But after that, he followed it up with a Kachanov loss 6-4, 6-1. Mager 6-4, 6-3. Lost to some guy named Landero, who I don't even know, in 3 sets. Lost to Carreno Busta in 3 sets. And recently just beat Montero in 3 sets. So, I mean, I just think Fognini's the better player. Obviously, this is going to be a tough one. Fognini loses in horrible fashion quite often. Um, but I think overall, I think he'll get the job done. To be honest, I think we may see 3 sets. I think Fognini will need to win the first set. I think if he loses the first set, he'll go full collapse mode. Um, but but yeah, I think Fognini's just the better player here. I took him only for 1 unit minus 120. If I lose, then I will forever believe in you in the people that you fade. But for this day, I'm gonna disappoint you, let you down, and go with your arch nemesis.
Um, I have no comments to make. Um, but I really, really do wish you the best of luck because I think you will need it.
Fair enough. We can move on
All
past
right.
that. I know you don't want to talk about this man whatsoever.
Nope. No, no, no. Thank you.
All right, what's up
All
next?
right. Next up, Ivashka, Big Dick Ivashka versus Grigor Dimitrov. Um, this is low key a banger. This is a banger, super low key. Dimitrov kind of slept on. He's actually ranked 20th in the world, but um he's a bum.
He's garbanzo
I'd put
beans.
him in the yeah, he is. Just like Fognini, sorry, just like Marin Cilic. They're highly ranked players who have done well in the past, but um they're still sort of protected with the rank, and sort of get, taxed with the lines. But yeah, give me Ivashka, man. I think they're starting to catch on that A, Ivashka's pretty damn good, and B, Dimitrov is a bum. So therefore, Ivashka I think is minus 140 to minus 150 on the money line, which I definitely want to fuck with. Uh, I take the games too, minus two, minus 1.5, whatever it is. I definitely like ooh that.
All right.
What do you think?
This is one that I didn't really look too in depth into, but I definitely agree with you that Ivashka is being undervalued here for sure. Um, Dimitrov, like you said, he's being very like protected by his rank because he was at like such a high point at one point. He was the number 3. That was his high rank. But yeah, like recently he's just been getting slapped by players who have no business doing so. He got straight setted by ADF, which ADF looked decent until he lost and got absolutely smoked. He lost to Lloyd Harris in 3 sets. Nadal 6-1, 6-1. And Ivashka, I know you can't really compare the two, but Ivashka took Nadal to 3 sets in Barcelona. Um, but I agree. I think Ivashka is being a little bit undervalued. I think he should be like a -2.5, maybe that -3. I think he'll probably take this potentially in straight sets. If we see a third, I think we'll still see Ivashka coming out on top. But I'm probably not going to play this matchup just based off of my lack of attention to these two players. But I think it'll be a cool one to watch and cool one to follow the results for, to see where Ivashka goes.
Yeah, I'd be really damn surprised if Oshka didn't win this game, honestly. Um, I
Yeah,
mean, Dimitrov once upon a time was a good player, but I think it's Ivashka time for sure, and definitely some value because Ivashka could really win this uh in straight sets. Fuck, like 6-3 or 6-2 or something. Honestly,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just think
Um,
-145 is kind of a little bit too much juice for somebody that I don't really know too well their play style or anything like that. He's had some impressive like runs like in Munich. But really the only like win that stands out to me the most is the Zverev win that he had in 3 sets. So yeah, I don't know enough about him to really lay that much juice on a money line pick, but I'd like to see him win. I'll be watching it, or at least keeping up with it.
oh yes, Big Dick Ivashka. Let's get it. Um,
All right, who's
last
next?
game on the slate for Geneva. Kitchenato versus Shapovalov. You wanna go? I
Sure.
know you have a absurd take on this game.
All right. So, when I what I wrote down, I kind of am 50-50 about the play that I actually took. When I wrote down when I was looking through all the matchups before I left for work, I had El Chapo -3. I had the over written down, and I also had fade because this was a matchup where I liked the favorite, but I also liked the over, which that tends to kind of scare me off. And while I was at work, I was so excited to like maybe snag some lines before they started to move. I'm still fairly confident in it, but not as much now because I do think Shapovalov should cover. Um, so I took the over. The over here, sitting at 22.5. So you're pretty much gonna have to see a tiebreak or at least 3 sets. My reason being is that is it Ketchinato or Chechinato? Maybe Chechinato. Um, so he whenever he loses, he's only lost to really like pretty decent players and RBA, Nori. He tends to extend the match and lose in 3 sets. I think in all 3 of his last losses, he's lost the first set, he's won the second set, um, and then he's lost the third set. Which, I mean, it goes to show that he can really, even when he's down, he can still kind of hang in there, and I think that'll kind of make this a tighter matchup. I do think Shapovalov has the potential to win this in 2 sets. He looked pretty impressive in Rome. Um, but I think there is value in the over, but I also think there's value in Shapovalov. So I mean, it's tough for me here. But I'm rocking with the over. I've already got it locked in, and but I do like El Chapo um to cover the -3.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize I muted myself. His name is literally pronounced like you're saying kitchen nato. It's put it all together. It's like kitchenato,
Okay. Kitchen.
kitchenato. Yes. Kitchenato, man. Absolute fade machine. He'll probably be like Fagnini, Sloane Stevens, Bencic level soon. For me. Um, the one and only time I watched him play this season on clay was in Estoril, about a month ago, um, versus Ugo Humbert, and he lost to Ugo Humbert in 3 sets. And we now officially know that Humbert is trash. Um, after the last couple tournaments, I watched him play against Humbert, and I was so disappointed by what I saw. Just, blech. And I know he's since had some couple decent results. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying none of it. Um, Shapovalov, so easy, I think. His first game in Geneva, so like might be kind of shaky or some. I think that's why the line's like that. Because we haven't seen him play here yet. Um, but no, I think he's just too much for Kitchenato. Um, I think he'll cover. Hopefully it's in. Hopefully it goes over.
Yes,
And
sir.
he covers for your sake. Um, but yeah. That's Geneva all wrapped up. Um, Moving on to Lyon, where we actually have a couple more bangers. We have two bangers, two two headline bangers to start off the day. Lorenzo Musetti versus Sebastian Corda. Um, Here's my take on this. Yesterday, Musetti and FAA played. Today it's Musetti Corda. Um, I think we're very lucky. This is like a good thing about the ATP. We're going to be treated to seeing a lot of these matchups in the future. Um, so if you don't want to bet this game, honestly, like I didn't want to bet this game at first because I know I'll have like a million more chances, like in the next 10 years, to bet this game. Because I know it's going to be a good one for a long time to come. These guys as well, as well as like FAA. Rublev, Tsitsipas, even though they're kind of older. Carlos Alcaraz, maybe Kazo, who knows? But yeah, definitely a banger. Corda, impressive. He did what he did versus Herbert. But I'm not buying it. Um, I will say that Musetti was sort of kind of low key gifted that match against FAA, but they both played really well, honestly. And I guess he still won in the end, even though he was kind of lucky. He still got it done against an FFA that really looked good as well. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm gonna rock with Musetti. Money line games, whatever. There's a lot of money lines I like today that it's like sort of awkward, price wise. Whereas the games also, I mean, Putin Seva's like that. Who else? Ivashka's like that. There's a couple more too. Sinner is almost in that range as well. But anyway, um, yeah, I just think Musetti's better. Seen better things from him recently. Corda, I'm still not convinced. So until then, I'm gonna rock with Musetti.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I was looking at Rakimu Musetti as well. I didn't, or I have not yet, at least. Like you said, I mean, he was pretty impressive against FAA. Regardless of how tight it was. I mean, they both, no matter who would have won that matchup, I think they both would have come out here and probably kicked around Corda. Corda, yeah, he beat Herbert. But prior to that, he lost to Kazo, lost to Galan, lost to Badin, lost to Rublev. Those are all of his most recent matches. He like dating back to the beginning of clay season, he's 1-3. That was his first win. The other day, he looked somewhat decent in Miami, which was obviously during the hard court season. He beat Karatsev 6-3, 6-0. But I mean, clay's a whole different ball game for some players. Some players, their game just doesn't translate. And that seems to be the case for Corda. Um, as to where Musetti has played 19 matches, he has 11 wins. I do like him here. Definitely on the money line. It's a little too juicy for me, minus 165. I may sprinkle on the minus 2.5, minus 105 game spread, but I've yet to pull the trigger. But if I were to play this, I would definitely go Musetti for sure with the games.
Yeah, absolutely can't go wrong. And I think the price is nice. That is not a huge fave. Can definitely play in a parlay or even fuck with the games a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, which is yes, sir.
My only concern would be that Musetti likes to make second round in exits in tournaments. Lost in the second round in Rome. Lost in his second qualifier in Madrid. Oh, there's something in my throat. Lost in the second round in Barcelona. Lost in the first round in Monte Carlo. Quarterfinals in Cagliari. But yeah, I mean, I would still rock with Musetti here. I was just throwing that out there. Something to note.
Yeah. Um, yeah, he hasn't really had a great run this year. That's a good point. Now that I think of it, he was pretty impressive last year post COVID. I think he had one good run, and dare I say it was the U.S. Open. Not entirely sure. But yeah, hopefully, seeing we get on a run, he can definitely win this game and get the ball rolling for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, let's.
Next up, Karatsev Sinner. This game was postponed. We discussed this yesterday.
We're both on center. Spoiler
We're
alert.
both on Sinner. Let's go Sinner. Yeah,
Um,
bring this home already for fuck's sake, man.
yeah, I got -1.5. You're rocking with the money line, so I mean, I think we're both in pretty good spots here. The line's moved a little bit, in Karatsev's favor, I believe, or the other way around, in Sinner's favor. So I mean, I think the line's maybe at like a -2 right now, but yeah, I think it'll be a good one. Let's just keep moving, like you said. We already talked about it, so
All right, all right. Next one, Benin versus David Goffin. Um,
I have bums written
Goffin.
down, so that's just gonna wrap up what I have to say.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. I think they're both bums. I mean, Bedin. The thing is, though, he's bad, but he tries, though. He tries.
That's all you can ask. I got you.
I mean, Goffin sucks, but he doesn't even try, man. You know.
Mm,
So I'm gonna go Bedin plus some games. Just because of value, honestly, this game's honestly kind of 50-50. Anyone can really win this. So I mean, if you're catching 3 games, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get her.
I see it at three
Moving
and a
on.
half on mine,
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, 3.5. Yes.
but I see three on
Yes.
Bovada, so I don't even know.
I mean, dude's more than likely gonna win. Honestly, Goffin sucks.
I agree with that.
Keep keep the games, motherfuckers. Anyways, Madge versus Karen Khashrov.
I got a
Um,
lot riding on
I know
this one.
we. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We both really like this. We both really like Maj. I'm gonna let you cover this, I guess. But I just want to say that Karen does not deserve to be here. He played bum ass Benjamin Bonzi yesterday and almost lost. Um, no good. Maj is trending all the way upwards, and I think this may seem like a challenge for him, but I think um, he'll cover. He'll keep this competitive. He'll keep this match competitive, and has a good shot at winning. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm rocking with Madge +3 for the games. I'm also rocking with the over. Went 2 units on both. Feeling a little crazy about that now. I do really like the over though. Catch his last 4 matches have gone to 3 sets. Um, I think I think he's in pretty poor form. To the point of where, if he wins, it's going to be in 3 sets. But I also think it'll take 3 sets for Madge to take the win as well. I don't see Madge winning in straight sets, but if I did, I mean, I'd be happy. I would win the +3, lose the over more than likely. But I mean, as long as Catch doesn't win in straight sets, I think I'll be chilling. Um, as far as the games, like you said, Madge is definitely trending in the right direction. He's got 2 back-to-back straight set victories. The first round of qualies, he was a little shaky. Lost the first set, but he ended up winning the next 2. Um, he hasn't really played any crazy competition. His best win as of late, his best wins were beating Papirin in the first qualifier in Rome, and then beating Nishioka in the second round of qualies, 6-3, 6-1, where he later got trounced by Shapovalov, who was playing pretty solid tennis that tournament. So yeah, I mean, I like Madge to potentially win. I'm a little bit hesitant to take the money line. I initially placed it, kind of pulled that one back because I think I've got enough riding on the +3 and the over. But yeah, I think I'm more so fading Kachanov and how poor he's been playing as of late, and that's kind of my big thing here. He's only got 2 or 3 wins now out of his last what is it, 6 tournaments that he's played. He only has 2 wins on clay against Gir, who's a bum, who Fognini's gonna beat, and then Bonzi, who, like you said, he barely won. He had to come back in the tiebreak to win it. So yeah, take Madge the games and then also the over.
Yeah, fair, fair, fair. First of all, Jared is not going to lose to Fognini, sorry. Second of all, I do agree that Madge hasn't beat anyone, uh, that's decent. The one good player he played was Shapovalov, and he did kind of get whooped. However, I think it's good to see, regardless, even if he's not playing big names, that he's just winning comfortably. I mean, honestly, in some cases, we see good players play bad players, and fuck around and lose, or go to three sets, or win ugly, or something like that. So it's definitely encouraging that Maj takes care of business. The couple times I watched him play, like he did look pretty impressive. Doesn't commit a lot of errors, and seems to be very well rounded and pretty solid on clay.
Yeah, I'd love to
So
see
yeah,
him come out and win the first set like 6-3 or something like that. Get a little 3-game lead, and then if Kachanov's gonna win, he's gonna have to really just like outperform him in the second set. So I mean, a good start from Maj would be just absolutely tremendous.
um,
But yeah, let's keep the ball rolling.
you could see 7-6, 7-6, Khashanov and cash both of your bets,
That is true. That is true.
and it and and it would be not how you expected it to win.
that would
Khashanov in straights, and you still double cash.
that would be ridiculous.
But anyway, yeah, it would. I mean, golf Kanepi. I mean, I know the line wasn't like that, but hey. Anyway, one more game in ATP Lyon that I don't want to talk about really is Gasquet and Smallman. I'm
Yep.
happy to skip this and move on to uh
I wrote bums
wait,
next to
what?
that one as well. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh, major bumps. Fuck you, Smallman. Um yeah, so bad. He looks so yeah, no, let's not talk about it. Well, I believe that wraps us up for the games today, tomorrow.
Yeah. Definitely gonna be kind of a snoozer. Not that many like crazy matchups. We got some good ones coming the next day though. We got Tsitsipas playing. We got Nori and team. That should be a good one. What else are we looking at? We got I thought there was another like banger. I guess not. I guess that's it. That's scheduled so far, but maybe we'll see some good matchups in the next round. Um, but yeah, best of luck, everybody. All of our picks are going to be posted on both of our Twitters. They're already posted, as well as in the Bearded Betters Discord, link down in the description. Check those out. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, guys. And also take all this advice with a grain of salt. Just because we say it's a pick in the podcast doesn't mean that it's a play for us. We may sound like we're really backing a player, but it may not mean that we're going 10 units on them. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Anything you want to add to that before we peace out?
Um, no, but yeah, definitely join the Discord, guys. Live bets, parlays, more leans, all sorts of shit like that, and it's pretty fun in there as well. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Join up.
See you guys there.
Peace and love. Best of luck to everyone. If you're not named
Peace
Fognini, sorry,
and love. Even for you, Fognini. GG.
Fagnini.